What if I told you that some of the world's earliest tech geniuses didn't work in Silicon Valley, they lived in Africa, thousands of years before colonization? From iron smelting furnaces to vast knowledge libraries, Africa's ancient innovators laid down the groundwork for tools, materials, and systems we still rely on today. Stay with me, we're going on a journey through time, discovering how Africa is truly a tech motherland. Long before colonial borders and modern nation states, Africa was a continent of thriving civilizations, building cities and crafting complex structures with astonishing precision. Consider Great Zimbabwe. Recent archaeological studies show that communities here processed gold, but also developed refined ceramic crucibles, indicating metallurgical and material technology skills. Across West and Central Africa, many societies had already adopted ironworking for practical tools, agriculture, and more enabling growth in settlement, farming, and trade. Imagine building a city so well planned and solid that its stone stays standing centuries later. That's ancient African engineering. Some of those ancient bricks and metal tools laid the very foundation upon which later civilizations thrived. This wasn't just about building, it was about knowledge networks, trade, and social complexity long before external contact disrupted things. One of the most impressive feats, metallurgy. Africa wasn't simply copying. Many innovations were original, clever, and sometimes ahead of what Europe would see centuries later. The knot culture of what is now Nigeria developed advanced iron smelting furnaces. Some furnaces at Taruga have been carbon dated to as early as 600 BC, making them among the earliest known ironworking sites in sub-Saharan Africa. The Haya people in East Africa, modern Tanzania, smelted iron and produced carbon steel more than 2,000 years ago. Their furnaces reportedly reached temperatures high enough to rival later European steelmaking, a technological leap. Across regions like West Central East Africa, iron production was not a one-off. By the first millennium BCE and over following centuries, ironworking became widespread. This allowed societies to build better tools, agricultural implements, weapons, and objects for daily use, fueling growth, trade, and state formation. Yep, African blacksmiths were basically proto-engineers. They could turn ore into steel at temperatures that Europe wouldn't master until much later. Think of it as Wakanda before anyone even heard the name. These metal tools and technologies formed the backbone of many societies, not just for war, but for agriculture, trade, craftsmanship, and daily life. But metal wasn't the only form of technology. Across Africa, knowledge, astronomy, medicine, trade laws, mathematics, you name it, was recorded, shared, and taught through deeply rooted scholarly and communal traditions. For centuries, cities and centers across Africa served as hubs of knowledge exchange, where manuscripts were copied, preserved, and shared long before the printing press. This created early information networks across regions. Those specific city names and manuscript archives are often overshadowed in mainstream narrative. Scholarship is increasingly highlighting these practices. This knowledge wasn't isolated. It supported metallurgy, agriculture, city planning, trade regulation, social governance, a full ecosystem of human ingenuity. Imagine medieval Google, but in Timbuktu, in ancient libraries under the desert sky. Scholars debating algebra, astrophysics, herbal medicine, and writing it all down for the next generation. Africa was not just surviving, it was innovating, documenting, and teaching. This intellectual foundation helped shape societies in complex ways: law, trade, community governance, science, art, all deeply interconnected. But then came colonization, and not just borders and politics, entire systems of knowledge, technology, and production were disrupted. Many of the ancient smelting sites, workshops, and knowledge centers were abandoned, suppressed, or repurposed under colonial rule. The ancient traditions, metallurgy, craftsmanship, local production were devalued or replaced by imported metal goods. This wasn't a clean break. The skills, knowledge, and traditions didn't vanish but were marginalized, often forced underground or lost as colonial economies prioritized extraction and export over local innovation. It's like someone shoved the pause button on Africa's own tech revolution, but the spark never died completely. The flame was just hidden. This segment shows how external forces disrupted local innovation, not because Africa lacked ingenuity, but because history was reoriented. So today, that spark is roaring back. Africa is not waiting to be discovered by the West. It's building, innovating, and leapfrogging. Across Africa, technology has taken new forms: mobile banking, fintech, solar energy systems, drone-based medicine, delivery, modern manufacturing, all rising fast. These innovations draw on ancient legacies of resourcefulness, adaptability, and community-based problem solving. What's important is that many African innovators aren't reinventing Western tech. They are devising solutions tailored to African realities, climate, geography, economies, social structures. This echoes the ancient spirit of innovation, using local resources, creative problem solving, and community needs. From iron furnaces to solar farms, from handwritten scrolls to digital networks, Africa's journey is a testament. Technology isn't a Western monopoly, it's universal, and Africa's writing the next chapter. All across Africa, from the savannah to the rainforest, from the Sahara to the coast, human ingenuity thrived. Iron, steel, metallurgy, knowledge, community, innovation. The ancients weren't just surviving, they were building, crafting, learning, sharing. And today's generation is picking up the torch. This is not nostalgia, this is legacy, this is history, proud, powerful, ongoing. Africa wasn't a silent continent, it was a workshop, and the workshop is still alive. Drop a comment below what African innovation amazes you most. And if you know of a modern startup or project rebuilding that legacy, share it. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Review TV and hit the bell. Let's tell the stories they never taught us in school. I'm Nadia and I'll see you in the next one.